Okay.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Hey shooters, Gunner South here, and as you can see here, I caved. I got one, bought one, couldn't wait any longer, had to go ahead and do it. Politics as they are currently, I decided best not to wait, and so I got one. It's going to be initial impressions. Can go over that real quick. This is as of yet unfired. I have not fired this yet. I've had it for about a week and it's killing me not to shoot it yet. I'm going to show you this real quick in case you hadn't seen. They come in a really nice box, foam insert, and 3 magazines. I've had it mentioned it's like buying an Apple product. No, it's say that's okay. That's probably pretty accurate. But I'm going to give you my initial impressions on it now that I have it in hand and it's mine and it's not a rental. Let's go over some negatives. I've already scratched the finish by setting it up against, let's see if we can get that, by setting it up against a piece of metal in my safe. I set it in there like that, kind of rub that. So, don't know how this finish is going to hold up if I'm already marring it. I don't care, frankly. It's going to be a used gun, so not a museum piece. Second thing, initial impressions. You can get the slide to stay slightly out of battery. Now, I have been dry firing this quite a bit, and it might not do it anymore. But you can get it to where to sit slightly out of battery. It's not wanting to do it right now. So maybe just me dry firing it already has worn that in a little bit. Hold on one second. I'm going to put this down and see if I can get it to do that. Alright, how I was able to reproduce it is by racking it with the trigger back and then riding the slide forward, and you can get it to not completely return to back. Oh, it just popped out. Did you hear that? So I think that's a break-in issue. I think that's not even going to matter once I start shooting this thing. That's just something that happens when you get it brand new. I'm not worried about that. However, I just want to be honest. It would stay like right there. There you go. Watch, and then you can push it forward, and it'll go the rest of the way. That, to me, not going to be an issue after I shoot it. I'll let you know. Those are the negatives. Well, the negatives also is it's got a pretty wide front sight. I think that also goes in the positive category, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Last negative that I can think of right now, I'm already kind of beating up my magazine here, inserting it, so the mag catch has a little spot where it's wearing the finish. Again, not a big deal. I'm just trying to cover bases on initial impressions, negatives. So now let's talk about positives. Trigger, awesome. It's like a bad series, well, not a bad, it's like a decent Series 80 1911 trigger. There's that little take up, and then reset. Comes out, pop, boom. And so the trigger's real nice, especially on a striker gun. I just cock the gun off camera using my belt and those sights right there. So there's a little shelf there for, racking the slide, as it were. So that's nice. Trigger feels nice. Sights is very acceptable sight picture. I like the U-notch. It fits in there. Looks pretty good. I think these will be good home defense duty sights. Fit and finish on this thing is amazing. I think it's like SIG quality, like metal SIG quality. This is probably one of the nicest guns I've ever purchased, and it just shows. It's really nice. The finish, really great. I like the lines. I like the cuts. I like all the features that are packed into this. as a production gun and as a striker gun and as a gun that holds 15+1. You can see Beveled Magwell, Undercut as far as a 1911 would be concerned, so you can get real high. Beavertail, great trigger, ambidextrous slide release. These are all things you know. The checkering up here, rear, I found it to be grippy enough. It's not as grippy as I want it to be, but grippy enough. But they did show up to me as an initial impression just how nice this handgun was, and you pay for it right now, surely, but I think you are at least getting, you know, some of your money out of it, all that machining. So but those are my initial impressions. We will find out. I will try and shoot it this week, and I will make another video and let you know what the reliability is and how I like it in that follow-up video. But right now, initial impressions, very happy with my purchase, and we're gonna see how I like it overall. I've concentrated on the negatives, but it's a nice gun, and when you hold it, it feels like a nice gun. So that's gonna be all for now. Thanks shooters.